Hey everyone, my name's Mako and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, I would love if you hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy the content, leave a like and a comment. And for those of you guys that are returning subscribers, thanks so much for being an awesome part of the community that we're building here. This is episode 2 in our After Action series, a series where we evaluate my ranked gameplay and try to identify the things that I did well, so we can continue those in the future, as well as identify decisions that were made that weren't correct, maybe some actual mechanical ability or skill that I didn't do correctly, things that I can improve on. So hopefully I can improve for the future, and we can improve together. You guys can learn from my mistakes. This game is, I believe, a Gold 2 game, and we are currently playing as a 3-stack. I am going to be using Epic Pen for this. This way I'll be able to pause the video and kind of point some things out and maybe draw on the screen. So you can see that up here I am playing with 2 friends. We're on Consulate. This is a ranked game, and what you're also going to hear that you didn't hear in the first episode, I'll be able to pause it and point things out instead of just talking over the VOD as it goes real time. The other thing you're going to also hear is the gameplay audio, as well as the audio from all the teammates. I unfortunately didn't route my microphone correctly when I recorded this VOD, so my audio, my callouts, and what I'm saying in game to my teammates does not come through. But hopefully we'll be able to still benefit from this. And so let's go ahead and get into it. So for this, we go ahead and we decide to go with a Thatcher ban. And kind of our idea with this is we can prevent Thatcher from, by not having one, we don't have to worry about having so many gadgets destroyed. We also can make it a little harder for the attacking team, since we're starting on defense, right? So for the attacking team, you know, if we end up going downstairs, it also makes it a little more difficult to get the wall. They end up going with a Maverick right here, which kind of plays right into what our idea was with banning Thatcher, because now there's not a Maverick on the board. This kind of a setup might, or banned, might not be exactly the smartest thing, except for the fact what we're thinking, we're on defense, maybe we can get up a little bit. So they banned the Jaeger. And we're fine with that. Not a bad thing at all. For here, initially we were thinking we were going to go with banning Echo.
Let's get rid of Echo.
But instead we end up going with a mirror ban. So someone can't play connector up top and on defense, and as well as any sort of mirror that might face into garage as well.
Oh, no.
Okay, so round 1 on defense,
Work our way down.
and we're going console, office, meeting room. So for this, we don't have a Jaeger. I could have played the Smoke and played Yellow Stairs for this. I don't, and I end up going with the Legion. And what I'm telling my teammates right here that you can't hear because I messed up the audio is I'm going to put some Legion mines, some goo mines on Yellow Stairs and provide some intel. Also slow them down a little bit so they can't rush up Yellow.
Alibi and Castle.
And then what I'm thinking is I'm probably going to not actually play Yellow, but I'm probably going to play Admin Office. That's kind of what I'm thinking at this moment here. I do reinforce the bathroom wall here at the top of Yellow, so that way denies a few more sight lines for the attackers. That's what we're working on here. Tyler calls for the rotate from connector into console. Good call out. I go up here to check it out and see if they, you know, since I have impacts, but Alibi already made a rotate here, so I leave it alone. I throw another goo mine on Yellow. A little bit lower. We had some toxicity from one of our teammates on the other team. We kind of leave it alone. Now what I'm doing here, so if we go back here, right? What I'm doing here, this is something that you may already know about. If you don't, maybe you're newer to Siege. So the way sound works in this game, so we have this barricade right here, right? On the other side of this, on the other side of the wood is a pane of glass. Same thing for over here, right? So the way that this works in Siege, if the glass exists on the other side, so on the other side of this, if the glass pane is still there, then it prevents almost all the sound from anyone, you know, rappelling up here, sitting on the other side of the window, it prevents this from being able to be heard. So if you shoot the windows, shoot the barricades for windows out until you hear the glass break, then you make it a lot easier to be able to hear if someone's on the other side with this rappel, maybe out on the balcony here. And this isn't just for this window with barricades, but any window that's barricaded that has glass on the other side, you can shoot it out. You can shoot it out with a pistol, you can tap a few like hip fire shots into it, and until you hear the glass break, then you're good. So that's what I'm doing here. Hear that like glass sound? That's what I'm listening for as I'm doing that. So for here, I think if he didn't already say it, he's about to say, Tyler's about to call that he's going to play admin. So I decided to play it with him. He's the Ella. So again, shooting the glass out. Make it easier to hear. Up on cams, I call out that the Nomad is on connector window and that she's on rappel. I also call out that Habana's up top for my team. But unfortunately, the Nomad does get a pick there on our team. So we have a few windows open in this admin office. I believe at this point there's at least one. That window I'm looking at right there is open, as well as the window on the south side.
I have an Ella mine.
Now at this point, you see that originally it was the Ella and myself playing admin, but this alibi rotated in here. And so what I should have done, because we do not need 3 people playing this, and this actually ends up kind of screwing us over because we don't have enough bodies on site. We're already down. It's already a 4v5, right? So at this point, Ella, myself, and Alibi are all in admin right here, which means that Castle is the only person that's near any one of the bomb sites. So I should have recognized this, and even though my original idea was to play here with the Ella, and not necessarily in this position, but play admin, right? As soon as the Alibi went here, you can't control what your other teammates are going to do, right? So he's already here. He's pretty far deep into here. I should have been the one to recognize and either say, hey, we don't need 3 people here, or just rotate out of here myself and go hold a different angle, because I'm not doing anything productive when we have these 2 guys right here. Okay.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm trying to hold this admin area, but I'm really not doing much. We don't necessarily even have any intel that anyone's pushing admin still. I've invested a ton of utility in a lot of goo mines to this like copy room area and this area surrounding this admin. And Tyler makes a good call. He says we need people on site. So we start pushing back to site, but unfortunately it's a little too late. There's the Castle playing long desk, so there really is no one on either one of the sites, which gets a pick from Visa. And
what?
Tyler
called. Bottom of the stairs.
She gets a pick, then she gets another pick on Visa. She hits my goo mine on Visa. So I ask what stairs.
To the right, I believe.
And then for here, I get the kill on Twitch. Now, one of the things that I mentioned that I was working on is crosshair placement. So that was better crosshair placement. Normally I would have been aiming quite a bit lower, but I've been trying to think consciously about aiming, that head height level, right? Instead of aiming, at chest or lower. So that was good. That was better on my part. But now it's just me. So it's a 1v4. And not very conducive for winning this round. And a lot of it came to the fact that collectively as a team, we did not recognize early enough that we needed to not have so many people in that in this admin office.
There's a Nomad on site.
There's a lot of angles at this point where I can get shot from.
Nomad with Westing.
So I'm waiting for some calls. The bomb goes down, and now it's kind of go time, right?
One long desk.
That's a great call. Long desk, and it was a very accurate call. So this really helped me, and I'm able to get the kill on the Nomad.
Good shit.
I have no idea where they are.
I get the kill on Habana. I figure someone's going to be there, and I kind of hear it. At this point, I don't know where the last 2 are. I have no idea, and there's a lot of angles for where they could be. We have no intel on B. They could be B. and I get shot from yellow stairs. So kind of unfortunate, but this round was lost not because of lack of gun skill or anything like that. It was really because of poor positioning and our team not covering the angles that we needed to, and myself specifically not recognizing that we had too many bodies. I was the easiest one to get out of there, so I should have rotated. I didn't, and so it doesn't matter that I got the 3 kills, right? Because we lost the round, and I could have done something different about that, and I just didn't. So what I'm doing here is they want to go lobby press, and I'm saying, hey,
Yeah, lobby's a good idea.
we can hold console. Let's give it one more shot. That's kind of the thought process here, and where I'm going with this. That's the idea for this.
Yep. But it didn't work last time at all, though.
So my teammate says, hey, it didn't work last time, and I'm just kind of saying, hey, let's try it one more time. And in my mind, I'm thinking, it might not have been the best call, but in my mind, I'm thinking, hey, the reason we lost this was because we weren't covering the right angles. We had too many people in the spots that we needed. So I'm making the rotations here. I think I make a double rotation and then reinforce the middle.
Where admin is super important on this site.
Tyler's correct with this, right? Like, a lot of teams will push from admin, and if you take control of admin, it gives you a lot of power and control when you're pushing in. So Tyler's correct. You know, we don't need more than we don't need more than 2 people in admin.
Behind long desk.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We need one watching yellow, and then the person that's supposed to be on site.
So it looks like this person is doing the same connector rappel as they did last time. Maybe it's the Nomad again. But I get distracted and I don't reinforce the wall. I probably should have done that. I missed the kill on the Hibana, but fortunately Tyler's able to get it. Again, shooting out the glass. You hear that? And look, again, we have 3 people. So I think what I'm thinking here is I need to get out of here because we don't need 3 people here. So hold something different, I think. Do I go back over here? So we identify the mistake, and then we do the same thing, right? Not the best thing. I hear the glass break on yellow, and I call it out that someone's on yellow skylight. I call out the Zofia, and I tell the captain that Zofia's pushing him, but he loses the gunfight, right? I could have probably dropped here and tried to take this gunfight.
What?
But I didn't, because I didn't know exactly how far pushed up she was.
Where you at?
Connector. Fuck. There's bug on spiral.
So something I am doing better is, if we go back just a little bit here, right? So this is something I would not have done in the past, is aim right here, right? I probably would have been aiming down here. So we've made some improvements with that. Still have a ways to go with this, but something that is an improvement.
Well, he's in.
That was still a little low. That was still a little low. But not terrible. We get the kill. At this point, I think I'm assuming someone's yellow stairs, but I don't know for sure. I don't know about that pest. I just kind of was trying to put something there in case they try to drone me out. They end up being able to drone me out either way, though. So maybe if I had put a pest like maybe right here, that would have been better, because there's actually a drone at some point that comes around this area and then loops back around the desk. I have a pest down here on this side of the long desk, and I really honestly, and then I have a one right here. I didn't really put a whole lot of thought into this, but could have done better with placements for this to give myself a little bit of an advantage. Right now it is this 3v3, so it's even man count right now with 120 to go.
Just watching hot.
And I've been spotted because of this drone that I could have denied. And there's one right there, right? So if I had put one maybe for Spiral, I didn't know they had a drone on Spiral, but you know, hindsight's 2020. I am almost 100% sure that there's someone on yellow. I can hear the footsteps down there.
Spiral.
Yellow stairs. Bug.
And I just don't get the kill on it, right?
One's prone behind desk in B side.
He gets me.
They're inside B side, Buck and Jackal. They're planting. Jackal's prone right side of desk.
I call out to the Valk that there's, like right here, I call out to the Valk because I heard this right here. And I know there's someone in bathroom, so I call out there's someone in bathroom. And he goes for it, but he doesn't actually win it out. I think he doesn't necessarily, and that would have been me. Like, this is me. This is definitely me with where I would have aimed normally. Like this right here, where this is what I'm trying to correct. So I think I have been doing a better job at this, but aiming like this level, and you see that as a result, he ends up not having any chance against this Twitch because
Oh my god.
even if she's not aiming head level, he has too much of an adjustment to make. That's something that I'm working on not doing. So she's going to win that out every time, right? Because she's aiming head level. The other person's not. So we're working on that.
Lobby.
Now we decide to go to the site that our random teammates wanted to go to. We go this, and I go the Echo. We're gonna play the front desk, and I'm gonna take my shield.
Yeah, super good.
They're the one that wanted to go lobby.
So yeah, Tyler says yeah they want to go lobby, and I'm just saying yeah, but I was the one that kind of tried to convince them to go try back up top again, and maybe that was the wrong call because we were unsuccessful 2 times. So maybe we should have just come down here because we end up winning this round. So it's very possible I made a wrong call here.
I understand why kid.
Because it doesn't matter. Like, kills at the end of the day don't really matter if you lose the game, right? Or you lose the round.
I'm gonna try to hold upstairs as much as we can.
This reinforcement is questionable. It doesn't really do much for us. And we didn't set up anything around it, like a rotate or a hole or anything, to make that useful. So questionable. In the moment, I was thinking I should do something here, and I didn't. You know,
Well, someone already busted open the top hatch up here.
I'm not exactly sure how useful that was.
Cam is out.
It was one of those, oh, I'm here, so I guess I'll just put a reinforcement here kind of idea. The first reinforcement was good. Second one, I don't, you know.
One is definitely main entrance.
Now, he did reinforce.
Yeah,
You see,
yeah,
he reinforced. Wait, let's go back here. You see that he did reinforce this one here. And this is the one that I reinforced. This was mine. And this was Cade's. So originally I was putting this here thinking that maybe we could open this up, like the top portion or something, to see into yellow, to cover yellow. But reinforcing it, I guess, works as well. And probably fix the fact that this by itself was kind of dumb. So
Yeah, they have 2 on main.
I call out that there's a drone here, and the reason why I do this, there's this drone right here, and it's obviously set up as a flank drone. It's pretty early in the round, right? At 2 minutes and 22 seconds. So I'm assuming that they're going to try to push from here. And Tyler's over here as Cade, and he says he's going to play like this area over here. So I call out this drone because I'm thinking, okay, if they push from yellow, or maybe they push from bathroom, or maybe they push from console. They come in the windows here. This way, he knows this drone's here, and I tell him, hey, look, you don't have to rush and kill this drone. Just know that it's here on this table, on this desk, because they're probably going to push you. And that's what I say to him that you can't hear on the comms because I messed my mic up. But that's what I'm saying here. So I hear that break, and I'm thinking, okay, is this above me? And I get off cams just to make sure. It's not, so then I go back on cams. I'm really just playing. So here. My idea, my thought process actually was really, really correct about this. This drone, and guess what? We have one here, and there's also another one right here. So they came in from bathroom window, and they had set this up. So making calls like this, he didn't need to push it. He's still in the same place. But I let them know, hey, this is probably what's happening, because if I was them, and I had a drone set up like this, then it's probably because I'm trying to push from here and I want information already there, which is exactly what happened here. Now there's 2 over here, and guess what? They drone him. He tried to. He lost the
Understand.
gunfight.
Thermite's upstairs. I don't understand
It
how he
happens.
knew I was
It
there
happens.
or where exactly.
Now he says he doesn't know how he knew, but it was because of that drone. So I think maybe he forgot about the drone. It had been a few minutes. Gets the C4 kill.
Doc, heal me. Doc,
They called for dock healing, and I'm saying, hey, look, we don't have a dock, we have a rook.
Doc.
I don't know if he was just trolling. I'm not sure what he was trying to do, but or maybe he was just genuinely confused. Not really sure.
So you did.
I go for the shot on the jackal, and I just miss. You know, that's kind of all there was to it. I just missed the shot. Sorry, I didn't mean to leave the cursor in the middle. Get back on cams. I'm trying to see if I can find this jackal, see where he pushed from. I don't want to overextend because right now there's no reason to extend this, right? We've got 4 of us, so you know it's a 4v2 with less than a minute. So really, we just need to play time. There's no need to go on any crazy peaks or try to extend or try to push anybody, and that's what I'm thinking here. Play time. I've got both my echo drones. We can deny plant. No need for unnecessary peaks. Then not be able to use the echo, you know, the yokais for denial. That's my thought process.
One bottom spiral open. I just shot out the captain.
Last operator standing.
And Alpha Donut 69 just ends up getting the kills. So well played to him.
He goes there every time. Buck goes there literally every time.
That's a good call to make, right? She makes the call that Buck is doing the same thing over and over again,
Or Maverick.
but we really don't do anything based off of it, right? We could, and this is something in my first, if you watch my first after action video, I said it's something that I have a problem with, where I'm extremely predictable and I do the same thing over and over and over and over and over.
I go nomad.
So this is definitely something that can help with that, right? Like that's something that I do myself, and as a result, the enemy can read into it and then just, you know, counter me. We could do something with this, you know, if we were still on defense. Obviously, we're switching to attack, but that's a good call out. If you see someone, you know, on the other team doing the same thing, whether it's the whole team, whether it's an individual, call that out, right? And then maybe someone, you know, on your team or collectively, you can team up with someone and counter whatever's being done. I make the call that window's being shot out. That's the connector window. And then my teammate didn't believe that they were actually upstairs, so I go up here in front of the bomb site and then get my drone out of here. So what I do is I call out to my team, and it's not necessarily, it's mainly to the people that I'm queued with, because I really can't control the other players. I throw it out there and I say in chat, hey, let's push from admin, and because it's a strong place. Mostly it's just my teammates that push with me.
Do we need 3 people pushing admin?
So she asked if we need 3 people pushing admin, and honestly, you could put a whole team through admin.
Nomad is a good one.
Up on Skylight.
Team Empire is really famous for doing this when they do this. They push everyone through admin. I call it that the doc is in copy, and then pre-fire this just in case he went back in there. I think I drone one more time to see if he's still there, and then I just go ahead and just go into admin,
Wow,
and
they
take admin.
shot my nomad off.
So he's not there, and I say, okay, I'm going for it. That way we can get some admin control. So we have admin control. About 2 minutes in. Or we're 2 minutes left on the clock, a minute in. And then what I'm thinking right here, my goal right here is to, as Habana, is to get this wall right here. That's what I'm trying to do. That's my mindset.
Okay, I'm in.
I don't mean to steal that kill.
Okay, that was Capcan.
I shot him as he was dying.
That's
I
okay.
just had a crossfire and I shot, right? Then what I'm doing here is I'm calling
Okay.
for Master Kitty, to come here and cover this so I can Hibana and not get shot while I'm doing it. That's what I'm asking for right there. These Hibana pellets, it's kind of unfortunate. They get a little glitched out. There really is no reason for me to rotate back over here because there's already a Zofia over there on Visa stairs.
I don't know. I don't know where.
There's a call that someone's playing in there. That's where they die from. I flash it, but then I don't really do anything off of that. And then I'm like, okay. Now I never actually walked through this, so I don't know if I could have. It doesn't look very good. The fuse smokes this out, and I'm thinking he's going to go for a plant, but he kind of smoked out outside of sight. So here I'm like, okay, I'm just going to push over to try to support him and maybe refrag him. I get the refrag here. Now here, okay? So there's 22 seconds on the clock. It's a 1v1. And more than likely, as best as we know, he's probably connector area right here. We don't know for sure. There's also a rotate hole here into console, so he could be in the other site. But one thing that I have here that I could have done is look down here. I have 2 flashes. So in a second, you're gonna what happens is I go to plant and then I see this, and this throws me off, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna get pushed if I try to plant. So maybe I can just kill this guy. And what I should have done, I have 2 flashes, and I have a drone. And I don't use either of them. Now the drone maybe wouldn't be able to throw it out that quick under those circumstances, but these I could have flashed connector because it's the only angle that they can hold. We know the person's over here somewhere. We just don't know exactly where. But I could have flashed connector either planted. There's actually a Valk cam back around here up on the wall. I didn't see it at the time. And I kind of panicked, but I could have at least flashed this before I go to push connector.
That is a bad.
I hear them move, and I could have just flashed here. I should have flashed. I probably could have won this gunfight if I had flashed, or I certainly would have had a better chance at it, right? But I didn't. So
Nice try.
coulda, woulda, shoulda. And those beeping sounds, I'll turn that notification sound off. That's just my push to mute in or mute toggle in Discord. I vape, so try not to be obnoxious to my teammates. And we had at least one of them was streaming, so I didn't want to have this weird like shh sound in their streams or on their so that's what you're hearing. I'll turn off the beeping sound though, so that way you guys don't have to hear that. But that's what's going on there.
Yeah.
Locate a bomb.
Okay, so at this point, right?
Okay.
1v, we're down 1-3. We're going downstairs.
I don't know.
What we're doing as far as our setup, right? We have a Twitch to maybe get any of the stuff down here. We have a thermite that's gonna try to open the wall. I'm playing Buck, and I tell the thermite, who's Ask Kitty, I tell her that I'm gonna go up to piano
He was downstairs.
and buck the piano floor to try to clear out anything that they might have, because they do have this bandit here, right?
I don't know. I just scanned him.
I believe Tyler was Twitch, and he says he'll come with me. I think he says he'll come piano with me, just to provide some support. We know that there's someone peeking piano, and I believe the thermite gets the kill on. Yeah, so thermite kills the person in piano,
He's dead now. Piano.
and now me and the Twitch are gonna push piano. My job here is to buck in piano and try to kill anything that might be set for denial, for the wall denial.
Hang on, I'm drowning. I have no idea where Tachanka's turret.
There's not actually anything on the walls, so I call that out and tell Thermite, hey, you can open this up.
I don't know where Tachanka is.
That's a Mozzie drone. Oh, I didn't even realize that. That's a Mozzie drone. Wow. this here, that was a big oversight on my part. And you can see because of the little blue color on it right here, this is a Mozzie drone. I should have shot this. And that's my bad. It looks like Tyler's trying to shoot at it, so we might be good. But that was a big oversight on my part. Okay, he kills it. So, good thing he was paying attention. I did not even recognize this. Thermite successfully gets the wall open. And now I'm just trying to make some holes. Deny some angles, put some pressure on them. I look at this because we get a call saying that the Cade was Visa. Yeah, you hear that. Cade was Visa side. I'm trying to watch in case we get flanked here. And I'm worried about this call about the Cade being west side. Or Visa side, I mean. East side. East side Visa. Right now I'm just kind of like looking at these holes, trying to maybe get a pick, trying to see someone catch someone off guard.
I don't know who has diffuser.
I checked to see if the hatch is reinforced. Of course it is. No one has diffuser. This is a big oversight. Whoever got spawn peeked dropped diffuser and we just didn't recognize it. So I go back for diffuser. It's a 2v2, right?
I know
We got
where
the
Tachanka's
Tachanka.
turret is. He's low as well.
And the Mozzie.
It's Mozzie and Tachanka. Is Mozzie still on site somewhere?
Tachanka is on ping. And then
I don't have it.
Mozzie, I assume, is with him.
Oh, Tachanka turret is in.
I let the Thermite know that I'm droning.
If you shoot at it, Tachanka more than likely is on it.
And we see the Tachanka in A. So I call that out.
Tachanka is really low. Tachanka is 25 or less.
And then what I'm saying here is I'm gonna try to plant. I get shot from yellow and I
Mozzie
fat
on
finger.
Yellow, Mozzie on yellow.
But at this point I'm like, I'm just gonna plant here.
Use your other exothermic.
And I hear something, but I don't know where it is. And this is where I should have been more cognizant and more aware. All these holes that are upstairs in piano that I made, that's what I'm hearing because the Mozzie rotated from yellow to piano, which is a really smart play because he also has his shotgun, right? The super shorty, so he can make holes. And I have a plenty up there that I've already made. The Thermite gets the kill on, and right here, right? I had already heard the person upstairs, and I should have just planted here. This was a free plant here, but instead, situational awareness, I wasn't paying attention, wasn't aware of what was going on around me, and so I pushed back to plant the same spot. I'm at like about 10 seconds now, and I'm kind of stuck, and I go to plant here.
It's just you. Mozzie was upstairs.
She says Mozzie's upstairs, but I didn't know where he was at.
Good try, guys.
I wasn't paying attention. And that's my fault. And Mozzie played this really well, right? He uses my own hole against me and kills me.
Mozzie was upstairs.
She did say Mozzie was upstairs. I was a little confused at the time, so it kind of is what it is. But we lost. So some good things that we did here. Some things that definitely we weren't good with situational awareness. We didn't make the right calls. Some of our positioning was off, and definitely could have been better. But hopefully, I'll be able to improve some of these things. Be a little bit more situationally aware of what's going on, maybe be more proactive in positioning according to where my teammates are positioning and kind of fill some of those gaps, fill some of those holes. But some good things here we did do. Crosshair placement is improving. Still got some work to do on it, but it is improving. And some of the support, not pushing things as much that don't need to push. I think I did a better job at this than I had in the last video. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you learned something. Thank you again. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and drop a comment. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks so much for stopping by again. I really appreciate it. You can connect with me on my socials at MakoTV. I also stream on Twitch, so check me out there. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.